I played soccer during the fall. Uh, I chose not like I chose to play soccer at Masters because I was actually recruited to play soccer at Masters. So and I've been playing soccer for 5 years. And like playing like actually playing pro like pre-pro professional soccer for 5 years. Like the whole time I've been playing soccer, I've been playing soccer for 11 years.
Well, Thomas and Raji were seen in Nigeria. I was invited to be a part of a group that went to evaluate players in Lagos. It was myself, a couple college coaches, and a couple of prep school coaches. And so they flew us out there to evaluate, I would say 150 to 200 players. And they had to meet an academic standard, but they also had to meet a playing standard. And so those kids, Raji and Thomas, were identified at that trial. So from there, they met with me. We talked, and then what they did was they chose what school they wanted to go to.
The more thing that inspires me with soccer is the way it is in Nigeria, because like everyone in Nigeria plays soccer. Like every child wants to play soccer in Nigeria. So like, I don't want to be like an exception. So I just play soccer also, and I'm really good at it.
I think Dayo, as a freshman, was a key player to our team. Although young, but he totally was mature with the game and knew all about the game, and helped us in key moments in some games with the scoring, with giving the right passes, having the right idea. He just had it for us at those moments, and that's why he was on the varsity team.
Soccer is basically my life.
Oh, well, I was on the varsity team. I was one of the seniors. I wasn't on varsity last year. I was one of the few juniors on JV, but it was great to partake in the team this year. I really enjoyed it. Like the team has had so much energy. All the practices were fun. We're like a band of brothers going out there every day to play.
A good friend of mine, although he didn't play that much starting team, but he helped a lot from the bench and gave the team that motivational inspiration and unity to the team. And whenever he came to the field, he just brought a new energy.
I actually didn't play soccer until my mom made me quit tennis and told me to pick up a team sport. And I just loved it after that, playing with all my friends back in Jamaica. What really inspired me to actually play it seriously though was after the 2010 World Cup. I had gone to this screening back in Jamaica, basically at this huge supermarket that had renovated, taken everything out, and then they had seats just to watch the World Cup. It was incredible, the energy, the passion of everyone there. It was just great. It was great.
Bradley, he was new to varsity this year. Whenever he came off the bench, he was like a spark, or kind of like a microwave, where he came out hot, essentially. And he provided us with grit and determination and a mindset that no one's going to get past me. So
really, Max was the one that really gave the team that extra push. He was the one that gave the speeches every day. He was the one. Well, I think it was Jeff that screamed Masters because he was loud. But Max was like the engine behind the team. He was the passion. He was the fuel to drive the team. He never gave up. He was a great, despite playing in different positions, he always prospered in his endeavors to boost the team.
Max is more than a captain. He's a captain, a brother, and a friend at the same time. So like, for him to be able to be the captain of his basketball team, his soccer team at the same time, and also part of the captain of his track team, I give him kudos for that, because like, there's no one that's gonna be able to do that at the same year. So I just give him kudos for that, because he's a great guy. And apart from sports, is still someone you can talk to anytime you want, and he's gonna give you an answer.
I think Max Ismail was one of them, right? I think he was a good leader. He led by example, right? So I'm not sure, I wouldn't say he was the best player on the team, but I think he was the best leader on the team. And I think he's one of the catalysts that pulled everybody together and said, listen, we got to be here every day if we want to win.
He plays well with the team. He motivate the team, like step up for like any injured teammate or something. Like, he's a great guy. Like, apart from sport, he's still a great guy.
And also, I think Max was more of a defender than a midfielder, but for a striker, despite being injured, my roommate last year, Pedro Cavani, he's incredible. He has so much tricks up his sleeve with that ball. It's so fluid. It's like a part of him. He's so great with it. Like I remember like just seeing the way he embarrasses some of the defenders with the ball at his feet. It's incredible. He's also great at shooting. I think only Ilya outscored him, and maybe Jeff, but I think Pedro definitely could have done it if he wasn't injured for most of the season.
Since childhood, soccer was what I grew up with, and it means a lot because when I look back, it reminds me of the good memories. So it always makes me happy. A memory, I remember in 2nd grade, we had a tournament in school, and it was grades by grade. 3rd, 2nd, and 1st best players in the grades had tournament, and our team went to the final, and in the final I scored a goal from the corner kick, which was pretty awesome.
He's had an injury, and he was plagued by injuries this year as well. But when he did play, he made an immediate impact. In our semifinal game, he scored the goal that put us up 2-1 in overtime. And since he's big and he has quick feet, he has the ability to impact a game at the striker or midfield position.
Pedro is like a friend, and more than a friend to me. So like, he's been in the same dorm with me, and like since he's a brother, I'm a brother also. So we've been together for a long time. Like, away from the soccer season, we still like talk to each other. Now I call him my dad because like we're too close to be called friends. His touches, the way he plays, and the way he humbles himself is like way above his level. So I have no doubt in him, but like, I don't know if he actually wants to be a soccer player. He's good to go. I think Pedro is going to be the best player in the world soon.
The team achieved a lot. At the beginning, we didn't start that well. The players weren't totally fit, but as we went forward, we got better. We grew as a team. We worked hard every day and had a purpose to win the FAA and just achieve something.
In the beginning, I don't think that we really knew what was to be expected of us, because it was essentially an all-new group. We only had a couple of returning seniors who had experience in the previous years, and we had some new additions coming up from JV and some new people coming to the school. But I think that we acclimated to the coaching style very, very quickly, and we adapt, and our chemistry built. It wasn't as high as we had hoped it to be at the start, but by the end of the season, we had all gelled and all came together, and I think it paid off.
I think what happened with the Boys Varsity team, I think as the year went on, they became more dedicated to being part of the program and being there every day and training together and showing up. And at the end of the day, if you can show up and practice hard and embrace the competition, you're going to do well. And I think that's what happened there was a point in that season where a lot of kids got upset, if you recall, with kids not showing up. And then from that point on, when kids were showing up, they became very, they became better. And that was that turning point. And from there on, I don't know if they lost after that. I'm not sure.
I think we were a family, and we all fought for a single thing. We all believed in one another, and we just gave our best. We tried hard every day. We practiced hard every day, and during the games, we just gave all we had and stayed focused.
The team on a whole just wanted to win, and it was all of us that just brought little bits and pieces of our own energy to the program.
It was a great season, especially winning the FAA championship for the first time in the school history.
Probably, although winning the championship was really, really fun, and I'll always remember it. Beating Rod Country Day at Rod Country Day was my favorite memory by far. Probably because we have never beaten Rod before. We have never won at their place. They've always won at our place. And to beat them on the road in a playoff matchup, I don't think I'll ever forget that.
Next year, I'm gonna miss a lot of guys, the friends I've made from my first year. It's been a great season.
This one game, right? Our coach was like, Bradley, go play left. And I was like, alright, cool. Then I ran in left back, and I was like, yo, I'm better than these guys. And I took that ball and I dribbled from our defense to the other side's box, and I shot it. I don't know what possessed this man to save that ball, because that was some beautiful Cristiano Ronaldo shot. But I guess Spider-Man overcame in that man's blood, and he jumped up and he saved that ball, God knows how. But if that had scored, I swear to God, some Division 1 team would have scouted me. I promise you. It was the most beautiful goal you would have ever seen.